To keep yourself motivated and enthusiastic, you have to keep your body in a healthy condition. Today, I want to encourage a healthy eating habit. First, let me say that I'm not your doctor, nor your dietitian. You should check with your health professional before you change your diet. There are lots of ways that Americans can improve their diets. The US government has promoted the idea of eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. That's good advice for most people, and 7 a day would probably be better for most people. As part of Move Up UCI, though, we'd like to make the habit a little more simple and clear. There are foods that are considered superfoods. Today, I'm going to focus on just one group that might be the most nutritionally dense of all of the superfoods, and that's greens. I'm recommending that you eat a handful of greens every day. You might think that a specific measurement would be more clear, but greens are measured differently depending on how they're cut, and the important thing is that you just get the nutrients from a mess of greens. How do we make the habit easier? For many, a salad a day is the easiest way to eat a handful of greens. There are 2 problems with salads. Often, when you order a salad, particularly from a fast food place, you get a pallid patch of iceberg lettuce that's been sprayed with a preservative to keep it firm and leathery. And on top of that lettuce, there's a gloppy dressing that has more calories than a box of Krispy Kremes. Dark, leafy greens are your best nutritional bet. I'm going to focus on 3 that are among the best: spinach, chard, and kale. If you'd like to make eating greens a small, easy habit in the way that we've been doing as part of Move Up UCI, it might be that you make a commitment to eat just 1 leaf of spinach every time after you open the refrigerator door. That means the refrigerator door is your anchor habit. So you open it up, you pick up 1 leaf, and you eat it. It's very easy. I know a lot of people who like to just take some greens, throw it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil and some garlic, salt, and pepper with a splash of lemon and juice at the end, and that's great. But it's a little bit of work, and we want to make this easy today. For some people, it's easier to drink their veggies, so I'm going to give you a few drink recipes that will each have a handful of greens. Today I have Francisco helping me, and he's going to make the juice version, and I'm going to do some blended versions. Our first drink is a blend of orange, beet, kale, and ginger. Kale is a nutritional powerhouse. It has lots of vitamins and minerals. You've heard many times that you should eat the rainbow. Here we have orange, red, green, and yellow, and all these are superfoods. Now, Francisco is making juice with my juicer. I'm going to blend the drink, and I want Amanda Brown, a registered dietitian, to tell us the difference between juiced drinks and blended drinks. Come on, Amanda.
Okay, so one of the problems that many nutritionists have with juice is that juice has no fiber. You can see how all the fiber is being taken out of the juice. Fiber can serve as an important function in our body. It helps regulate cholesterol and the beneficial bacteria in our bodies, along with helping regulate bowel movements. Ironically, people may go on juice cleanses, but if you eat the whole fruit and vegetable, the fiber in the fruits and vegetables will help clean you out more effectively.
Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome.
I'm going to make the same drink with this power blender. The difference is that I'm going to use less of everything because the fiber takes up so much room. I'm also going to use orange juice rather than oranges, not only because it's a little easier, but because I need the liquid to lubricate the maceration of the beets and kale. So I'm going to take a handful of kale, and I'm going to use 1.5 cups of orange juice. Speaking of flavor, the reason I'm using strong flavors with the kale is because kale has a strong flavor itself. Now I'm going to put 1 beet, whereas Francisco's using 2 beets, and a little more ginger in with mine. And 1.5 cups of orange juice. Let's give this a whirl. And then... All right, I think we're done. Now notice that this gets a little foamy and fibery. We're going to have a little taste test here. Amanda, come on in and taste this. Francisco, let's taste the fiber first. The blended drink, here we go. Let's see.
Cheers.
Cheers. I could have blended it a little more. It's pretty fibery, and I was a little heavy on the ginger. What do you guys think?
I agree.
It is a little gingery.
A little gingery on this one.
But the orange juice helps.
The orange juice really helps. Now, one important thing to remember though is this is a high nutrient value smoothie, and the reason you're drinking it is because you're replacing vitamins, really. So think of it not as I'm replacing a fruity, sweet juice, but I'm replacing a vitamin pill with this. So how does it compare to a vitamin pill?
It's a lot better.
All right, let's taste the juice. Now for me, the juice is a lot better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Not as nutritious, but a lot tastier. So you get to pick your poison. Now we're gonna clean up, and we're gonna come back with a different smoothie for you, okay? Okay, I'm here with Kassidy now to help me, and we're gonna make two different breakfast type drinks. Of course, you can drink them any time of day, depending on what you like. Now, Kassidy's gonna make a fennel apple drink with a little bit of lemon, and of course, a handful of spinach. Go ahead. Now, I'm going to make a different kind of breakfast drink, one that you might not think of. Of course, the objective is to eat a handful of greens every day without knowing it, okay? So I'm gonna do a mocha, a breakfast drink, okay? So I'm gonna start with chocolate. I'm using 72% chocolate, which is what I like. And this is just about an ounce of chocolate that I'm putting in. And of course, for those of you who read wellness letters, you know that an ounce of chocolate is helpful to you, okay? Now, the technique here is that I'm gonna add a half cup of hot coffee to it. Now what the coffee does is it softens it up a little bit. So I'm going to let it rest for a moment. And then, because I don't like bitter flavors a whole lot, I'm gonna add just a dollop of honey to that. That's about a tablespoon of honey, teaspoon of honey. And then you blend the chocolate. It's been softened up. Let's start here. And you can see it's a little rough. And I'm gonna there you go. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take my handful of spinach and add it in. And then a cup, let's put a little more. A cup of almond milk, okay? Now, let's do this. And we're gonna blend it up. Let's taste this. Now I know the color isn't very appetizing because it's green and brown, but let's see how it tastes. There's one for you and one for me. Here you go, Kassidy. Let's see. Now Kassidy says she likes chocolate and coffee. Let's see how you like it.
It's pretty good.
I think that's great. I think that tastes really good. Now, let's try hers. You can turn that off. Now, to brighten the flavor, she put a little bit of lemon juice and lemon zest in there. Let's stir that up a little bit and taste this. This is nice and dark green. This can get you going in the morning. Let's get it tasted. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I think it's very refreshing. Okay, we're gonna clean this up and we're gonna give you another drink in just a minute. Okay, I'm back with Kassidy, and we're gonna do a more traditional drink, more traditional smoothie, because it's gonna be fruit-based, and I know you're all accustomed to fruit-based drinks. Now, I used berries and grape juice because that has a strong flavor to stand up to the chard that we'll be using. Now, I'm gonna use about a third of the bag here, and Kassidy's gonna use about 2/3 of the bag whenever she's ready. Now, a lot of people don't like to use frozen fruits and vegetables because they think there's a diminution of nutrients in it, but Dr. Oz says that there are plenty of nutrients in it, it's okay. Now I'm going to add a half a banana to mine because it helps make the smoothie a little smoother, and it adds a little bit of sweetness. We're not going to use one in Kassidy's drink because banana juice is silly, right? I'm going to take my handful of chard and put that in there. And then, let's put a little more in, just for the fun of it. And then the grape juice. This is a cup and a half of Concord grape juice. It has a pretty strong flavor. And let's start blending this. Here we go. We're gonna turn it up And now, turn it on. All right, and that should be done. Now, you could go ahead and turn that off. Let's go for a taste test of this. I think you'll find that this tastes more like something you'd find at Jamba Juice, but of course, at commercial juice places, such as Jamba Juice. Let's give this a little stir. There we go. And we'll compare the two. They should be pretty similar. Oftentimes you have to watch because they add sugar in the form of sherbet at commercial juice places. Sherbet is just frozen sugar water with fruit flavoring usually. So let's try the juice first. All right? Bon appetit.
It's very good.
Very good, yes. Now the blended drink, which has more fiber. You can see all the fiber that we lost here. I like this better, actually.
It's good with the banana.
The banana kind of smooths out the flavor a little bit. Okay, so now you have 3 treats. I hope you enjoy them, but the really important thing is that you get a handful of greens every day.